So hello everyone, and I truly hope everyone is doing well and is heeding the advice of the health workers to please keep your hands clean and stay away from large crowds. So let's all stay healthy. Okay, so anyway, I got a question on homework 5, chapter 9, problem 7, and it says it has a dividend yield of 2.4%. and their equity cost of capital is 8.7%. And they just said the dividends are going to grow at a constant rate. Okay, so they don't give you anything else but those two numbers. And the first thing they want is the expected growth rate of the dividends and the expected growth rate of the share price. Okay, so let's look at this here. So this is an equation everyone should know. This is telling you the price of a stock with constant growth dividends. And here's the dividend, okay? And here is the equity cost of capital, and here's the growth rate. So again, this is the current stock price per share, okay? And this equation is in your book. All right, so this is the next dividend payment, as they say, and this is the equity cost of capital, and this is the dividend growth rate. Now, we're going to move things around a little bit on this equation. This is not a new equation here. This is simply we're going to solve for G. So you can figure it out. You can fool around and just maneuver things around on this equation so you can solve for G. Okay? So, we substitute the numbers we have, and the dividend yield is the dV over the P0, right? This is the dividend yield. And they give you that, right? 2.4%. So they give you that. So this right here is 2.4%. And the equity cost of capital, which is given to you right there, is 8.7%. So I use this magical thing called subtraction, right? And I subtract 8.7 minus 2.4, and I get the growth rate of the dividends. And that's it. Right there. See that? 6.3%. The next question is, what is the expected growth rate of the share price? Okay. And again, this is in your book. Let me scroll down a little. And this equation is, again, the holding period return, right? But in this case, right, -1, we solve for the equity cost of capital here, right? And so this is basically dV1 over P0, right? Plus P1 minus P0 over P0. So this is the growth rate, which we calculated in part A, right? Everyone see this right here? Look right there. Okay? And we subtracted, right? Plus P1 minus P0 over P0. Now this is the current stock price, right? P0. This is the future stock price. And you can interpret this piece here as the expected growth rate of the share price. Okay? So, the expected share price growth rate, which is what we're trying to solve for this right here, is RE minus dV1 over P. We're going to bring this over to here. We're solving for this, right? This is like the holding period return or the growth rate of the share price. So we bring this over to here, okay? And we end up with the stock price growth rate, and we'll just call that G here, right? So it's RE minus dV1 over P0. So again, RE we know because we were given that, right? 8.7%. You see this right here? This is what we were given in the problem. And the 2.4% is, again, what we were given. And that comes out, again, that comes out to 6.3%. So, what you'll notice is that the dividend yield, the growth rate on the dividend and the stock price on the dividend is exactly the same, which is what it should be. And I think they tell you that in the chapter if you read it carefully. So as you can see, for part A, it's 6.3, and for part B, it's 6.3%. because they must be equal. The stock price and the dividend growth rate will be the same. Okay, so that's it, and I hope I'm clear. And if I'm not, just bug me. Okay, I'm always here for you. Stay healthy, be safe, wash your hands.